運が悪かったんだよ、お前らは。
Speaking of new shit being added in, this was not on the original. You can tell because Kashiwagi's in it.
お前のここ最近の働きからしたら別におかしな話じゃないだろ。
でもまさか俺が自分の組を持てるなんて。
とはいえ、いきなり組持てって言っても手駒がいねえだろ。うちから腕利きのやつを何人か出すから、そいつらうまく使ってしのぎについて勉強しろ。
柏木さん、ありがとうございます。
礼なら風間の親父に言え。これはもともと
Lord knows I didn't approve of it.
親さんの
親父もそれだけお前には期待してるってことだ。それに桐生のこともある。
え、桐生がどうかしたんですか？
あんなことになっちまったとはいえ、いつか桐生がシャバに出てくる日が来る。体裁上破門ということになっちゃいるが、絶縁じゃねえ。復帰の目もある。
Hey, I talked about that.
だが親殺しのあいつを風間組で引き取るわけにはいかん。だからお前が桐生の受け皿になってやれ。
俺が桐生の？
そうだ。戻ってきたあいつの面倒を見れるのはお前しかいない。お前が錦山組をでかくしてあいつを迎えてやれ。
Kind of retroactively implies that
俺桐生のためにも頑張ります。
on the whole, they viewed killing off Dojima as a positive thing, even though traditionally you're not supposed to kill the leader of your family. Yeah, obviously that was added. That wasn't in the original game. Oh, this was.
親父、すんません。
それでそいつはほんまにあいつやったんか？
へえ、間違いありまへん。
そうか、桐生帰ってきよったか。
I mean, that's what you get for talking while you're getting your head shaved.
なあ、桐生は相変わらずごっついやつやったんか？
ええ、そりゃもう。
そうかそうか。ご苦労やったの。ちょっと手出してみや。
ええ。
ご機嫌やさかいな。指2本で許したるわ。
So, like, even though the game is supposed to be a remake, I don't have a problem with them adding new stuff. It really is just a question of how is that stuff implemented? That's when I start going, you know?
建物の裏口は比較的手薄です。下手に塀を越えたりすればかえって怪しまれますから、正面から弔問客に紛れ込んでいきましょう。正門から入ったら突き当たりまでまっすぐ。そこを右に入った先が裏口です。俺はそこで兄貴を待ちます。
Like, I question the way they decided to add this new content. Like, I don't not like the new Majima content, but the way they implemented it is just, it makes it bad. The Nishiki content is good, but I do think it's kind of weird how they did decide to implement it. Here's our place, here's our PlayStation 2 stealth sequence, by the way. This was really bad in the original game. Not that it's good in this. I like all of the Nishiki cutscenes, but the way they're implemented I find questionable, because they're just kind of randomly interspersed. They just feel like randomly interspersed in between, like, chapter transitions, which I think that it could have been done a lot better. Because we're just randomly gonna get flashbacks to, like, what happened to Nishiki while Kiryu was in jail. And it kind of confuses the timeline, I think. Because we go from the last time we saw Nishiki was he shot Dojima and then they ran out of the room and he had Yumi. Then the next time we hear about Yumi, in the PlayStation 2 game, is we hear from Shinji that, oh, she's gone missing. No one can find her. And then 10 years go by, and then the next time we see Nishiki, he's in the fucking, like, boardroom meeting with all the big Tojo clan bigwigs. Like, as the leader of his own family now. So that's a huge... So that's a huge disparity going from the last time we saw Nishiki was him complaining that Kiryu is getting his own family, but then talking about how he's ambitious and wants to rise as high as he can. And then boom, next time we see him, he's the leader of his own family, and he's clearly fallen to the dark side because he's got a different hairstyle now. And he's being an asshole. Whereas in this version, we go from Kiryu being thrown in jail, then a scene showing Nishiki, then the flash forward, like a scene showing Nishiki like reacting. It's like this. It's the first scene in what is, you know, a sequence of Nishiki flashback cutscenes, and then we cut to the 10 years later and showing Nishiki being in the meeting with everyone. I don't think we should see the Nishiki cutscenes when we see them. I think we end up seeing... I would do like a Corvo Antano and have Kiryu sign his own name, but if you do that, you get thrown out. I forget.
風間組だ。
風間組？俺も風間組なんだが、お前の顔は知らねえな。
Fucked it up, my dude.
お前、怪しいぞ。おい、こいつを叩き出せ。
Yeah, this is one of those sequences that is just dripping with early PS2 jank and feels really out of place. Whoop. These Metal Gear Solid guard sight lines. Literally just go around the cone of vision like this, and yeah, he can't see me. That's fine. But walk right here. Oh, that's too close. What I think they should have done with the Nishiki cutscenes is you get them as rewards for new side quests. Like, let's say that you meet, like, a character who has a side quest, and as a reward for finishing that side quest, or as part of the side quest, he gives you, like, backstory explaining, like, hey, so your boy Nishiki, he's an asshole now, am I right? And you get, like, the piecemeal, like, explanation of how Nishiki went from being your bro to being an asshole. But with this, you just kinda get those, here's how he became an asshole flashback cutscenes just thrown at you, kind of out of nowhere.
昔
And it makes, for a new player, holding on to the timeline of the story a little bit
10
confusing.
年前に桐生っていう男に殺されちまいましたからね。
When was the last time you've heard someone say, like, oh, shame about that guy dying 10 years ago?
誰かが裏で糸引いてるんじゃないか。
It's that artificiality of a fictional story where it was recent for us as an audience because that's something that happened, you know, earlier in the story. But 10 years ago is a fucking obscene amount of time in real life. So, while we're here at this funeral, you would notice that literally everyone is wearing black suits and black ties. That's because in Japan, black suits are funeral wear. There's a literal word for it, where that kind of suit is explicitly, like, that's what it's for. It's like how, like, a tuxedo... It's like how you wear a wedding dress at a wedding, and you would never wear a wedding dress literally in any other context, period. You would never wear a funeral suit in any other context but a funeral, period. So that's why literally every single person at this funeral is wearing the same kind of suit, and why Kiryu does not stand out for wearing that suit and just a pair of Clark Kent sunglasses. I skipped the thing that explained why we need a mourning badge. This always happens to me. I kind of just autopilot when I know what the answer is. I forget that I need to explain the context of what it is I'm doing. Yeah, so that's why you need to go find the mourning badge from the employee, but they added some weird busy work. This used to be kind of a simplistic, oh, just find it in the trash can. I think they just added to it so that... I literally have no idea. Some of the added new content in this game, in this release, the Kiwami release, does kind of feel like just throwing new shit in there for the sake of new shit. And maybe they felt like that was necessary because, like I said, this sequence hasn't aged very well. It feels kind of like old PS2 jank. So maybe they felt like, okay, well, we can't take this part out. But we can't just leave it untouched either, because then it's just really non-standard and feels out of place because of how jank it is. So maybe they felt like they had to put something in to modernize it, quote-unquote, so it doesn't feel quite so out of place. That's just speculation, though. そうか。
もともとこの仕事私に向いてませんでしたし、あのマネージャームカつくやつだし、ちょうどよかったですよ。せっかく探してもらった模章ですけど、さっきゴミ箱に捨てちゃいました。もう私には関係ないですから。じゃあ私はこれで帰ります。
So now we have to riff through some fucking trash. And I forget where it is. Here it is. Okay.
おう、葬儀関係者が。そろそろ葬儀が始まるから準備してくれ。
そろそろそう。
ちょっと顔を貸してもらおうかい。
関西の5代目近江連合の本部長寺田をバックに錦山さんはずっと独立の算段してたんです。
近江連合。
正面から堂々と堂島の桐生が。
なぜ近江連合が俺を。
頼まれたんや。あんたの元兄弟に。錦山の組長さんから写真の男を捕まえろってな。
錦か。
Yeah, see, that flashback that Kiryu is having feels kind of out of place considering we just saw a flashback of Nishiki being told, like, you're gonna get your own family. Right? So it might be slightly confusing if you don't know Japanese, geography. This would be something that's kind of a given to, the Japanese audience. Oh, Jesus, that was fast. I was gonna have an explanation, but, the Tojo clan of Yakuza is in Kamurocho, which is a stand-in for a real-life location in Tokyo, Japan. So they're a Tokyo, like branch, like Yakuza organization, and the Omi alliance is stated to be from Kansai. Kansai being like a totally different location in the country compared to Tokyo and Kanto.
まさか。だって錦のおじきは俺にはそんなこと一言も。
お前も用心しろ。分かったな。
はい。とにかく風間のおやっさんのところへ。
So it would be understood that the Omi Alliance is not part of the Tojo Yakuza organization. They are, like, from so completely, like, divergent, separate geographical locations that they're actually competing organizations. That isn't made explicitly clear, but it would be understood that they are not part of the same group. I do say that because it was really confusing in the original English voice-acted release of the game, where they referred to the Omi Alliance as the Omi family, which made it sound like the Omi were a family in the Tojo clan, and not a different organization on the same level as the Tojo clan. The Tojo clan and the Omi alliance.
それにしても浮かせでした。まさか錦のおじきが兄貴が来るのを見抜いてるとは。早く風間のおやっさんがいるところに行きましょう。兄貴が潜り込んでるのが知れ渡ったら大ごとに。
Oh, sorry, cut you off, Shinji.
この部屋でしばらくお待ちください。今、風間のおやっさんを呼んできます。
The Tojo clan and the Omi alliance in the same way you'd have Microsoft and Apple, for example. So there's Doji, your boy Dojima. Literally didn't have a single line of dialogue. He ain't gonna get one for a long-ass time, either. No, I never will. Don't worry, they added something in this remake that will answer that, though. Foreshadowing. It took him 5 years after Kiryu was sent away? These dates aren't adding up. Oh, okay. The Kazuma family wasn't on the same level as okay, that makes more sense. The Kazuma family was a subsidiary of the Dojima family before Dojima died. Okay. I was like, 1996? What the fuck? That was after Kiryu killed him. Yeah, so the way the Yakuza organization works is it's sort of a pyramid scheme. The Tojo clan is like sort of the Viacom like conglomerate ownership Zaibatsu group name at the top, and then all of these families are subsidiaries of the Tojo clan and operate underneath it and kick up the profits back up to the Tojo clan. So the closer you are to being directly underneath the Tojo clan, the more prominent your family. So Dojima was directly under the Tojo. The Kazuma family was underneath the Dojima family, for example. Became chairman only 2 years before Kiryu killed Dojima. That's not... He wasn't... he wasn't, less than 10 years old when he died. That was not... That's not a... that's not a date of birth.
Kazuma, おやさん。10年だ。俺はお前に何もしてやれなかった。全部俺がやったことです。おやさんは何も。変わらねえな、お前だけは。おやさん、何があったんすか。登場会は。それに、錦は。あったのか、あいつに。いえ。あいつは10年前の事件からすっかり変わっちまったんだ。妹にお前、弓をなくしたあいつはこの世界でのし上がるために手段を選ばなかった。俺はあいつが鬼になるのを止めてやれなかったんだ。おやさん、もう一つお前に伝えなきゃならんことがある。弓のことだ。ええ、行方不明って。それなんだが、弓は。おやさん。
How do snipers always have such impeccable timing?
風間のおじき、てめえ、お前、桐生。
桐生？
なんやお前堂島の兄の次は風間か何考えとんじゃ
島野
お前ら絶対に生きて返すんやないで
I really like that line. What the fuck is wrong with you? Stop killing Yakuza family leaders, you fucking asshole. Maybe I should have at least played this on hard mode if I was gonna do New Game Plus.
おとなしゅう往生せや桐生
カズマ逃げろカズマユミを100億を頼む行け
Oh, baller as fuck.